Ms. Salazar is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity, and thank the committee. Today, we're considering H.R. 6831, my bill to reauthorize the VERDAD Act on Venezuela. VERDAD means truth. This is a critical bipartisan legislation at a pivotal moment for that country in South America. The people's choice was Maria Corina Machado, who won the opposition primary for presidential contender with over 90% of the popular vote. 2.5 million Venezuelans around the world participated and voted for her in an overwhelming number. But the Maduro regime at this hour has not let her participate in the presidential elections because they fear her popularity, and even more, they fear she will win the presidency in July. That is why we, the United States and Congress, we should reauthorize the VERDAD Act. Since 2019, this act was Congress's landmark bill on Venezuela and has given us the tools to fight the Chavista military oppression. This is what it does. Three main things. It forbids the export of any military equipment to Venezuela so they cannot continue repressing their people. Number two, it revokes the visas of armed dealers who sell Russian weapons to Venezuela. Number three, it freezes the assets in the United States of anyone who commits human rights abuses in Venezuela, like we are seeing right now in the persecution of Maria Corina Machado, whom I said is the top presidential candidate, and her political team. I believe, Mr. Chairman, that we need to reestablish pressure on the Maduro regime, and the VERDAD Act will give us those tools, which I just mentioned, and those will help us to accomplish what we want, which is freedom and democracy for the Venezuelans. As you know, everyone in the world, or most people in the world, would like to come to Disney World or to go to Saks Fifth Avenue on Manhattan to shop. But if you are not on the side of democracy and freedom, specifically in Venezuela, you're not going to be able to do either one. And your apartment on Brickell Avenue, right in the heart of my district, number 27 in Florida, will be seized. And your bank accounts in downtown Miami, also part of my district, will be frozen until Venezuela is free. I urge my colleagues to support this bill, and I yield back the balance of my time. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And with all due respect to the ranking member, unfortunately, the Venezuelans have completely and absolutely broken and disqualified themselves from the Barbados Agreement. They signed something that they have not respected in any way, shape, or form. They agreed that the opposition was going to be able to pick their opposition leader. The opposition did it. They went to primaries. The primaries were held. Maria Corina Machado won 96% of the vote. And right now, the Maduro regime is not letting her participate in the presidential elections. What else do you think we need to see? The moment that the Maduro regime authorizes Maria Corina to participate in free and fair elections with international observers, then we could be considering everything else that you deem necessary. But right now, the Maduro regime is just making a joke out of us, the United States. I yield back.